talked about on Monday how y'all were in a must-win situation. So just how pleased are you that your team was able to fight and come out with that win?
Well, I'm really proud of the players because it's been that type of year where we go one step forward and then all of a sudden a penalty kick is given away with 1 sec or 2 seconds left in the game. When does that happen? Well, it's been happening so far. We score. We didn't come out from that for the first 10 minutes, probably the second half. Got our feet back underneath us, and I was really proud of the way that they were able to set up. The good ball into Holly. Holly being able to get into the box, and the referee gives another penalty kick, which I was worried she wasn't. So that was big, and then we were able to hold on. Even though we lost 2 more players to injuries, it was next woman up, and I was really proud of Hayden Wilson. Her first game, because she's been injured all season. She came in, did a terrific job there in place of Tessa, who was in place of Mia. So really, really excited for the girls because they've deserved a win for a while. So now we're on a winning streak.
Bella had a pretty nasty. Is she doing okay?
Bella's fine. She took a couple stitches, kind of on her forehead area, but she's a tough kid, and it was just a 50-50 ball. It's nothing the other player did or she did. It was just the way it worked out. But we're hoping that she'll be okay to play on Sunday.
Coach, kind of talk about the offensive production. You have 2 goals here. This is the most goals that A&M has scored since the Lafayette game. Where did the production come from, and how can you use this as momentum going forward?
Well, I think you look at the first goal, and when Kaylee Noble is kind of in that groove, I said on the sideline, I go, cool. When she scores 3, and she had herself set up a few times to get it done. But initially, we had talked about that the girls took the scouting report, took the game model we wanted, got the early goal in the 3rd minute, and really did well. It's unfortunate that we had a penalty kick put against us with seconds left because I thought it was a really good first half.
What all went into the first half to switch into the second half to end up getting that win?
Well, I think that when they scored, that really that took a little bit of juice out of it. I don't think the girls felt it was fair, but that's the way it's been for us this season, so it's not going to be fair. So what are we going to do next? And it took us a little while to kind of get ourselves discombobulated and come out and get done. So probably about 8 minutes it took us to kind of get reloaded in the second half. But then once we started establishing ourselves in the midfield, we made a couple adjustments to try to get Kennedy Clark on the ball a little bit more. Trinity is just such a special player. We have her doing about 4 different roles on the field at any given game. So she's been absolutely outstanding. She didn't score tonight, but she sure was valuable for us.
What did you do as a coach going into the second half that kind of helped seal the win with the girls?
Well, I think when we put Trinity on the front line and we brought in another midfielder, actually 2 more midfielders, and we made it to where we were going more into a 4-1-4-1 to kind of finish up, which is the way we started the season when we were fully healthy. Girls knew how to play it. They knew their roles. They did a really good job with it.
So you said that this was like a must-win kind of game. What does that kind of feel like after winning this game? How does this feel for you, and how does this feel for the team?
Well, it feels great because we march on, and we said in these last 3 games we need to win at least 2 and not lose any, and but you couldn't win 2 unless you won 1 first, and that's where we are tonight. So we'll get a chance to actually celebrate this, enjoy it, finally beat some Tigers, and now we get a chance to get ourselves ready because now we've got to go to the place that's leading the nation in attendance. The graveyard has been just that for a lot of teams that are going in there. South Carolina is such a disciplined team. When I saw the first half score today, I couldn't believe it. I thought maybe it was a misprint. So I haven't seen the final score on their game yet, but that's a really tough place to go. So we're laughing that, of course, they have their bad performance right before us, so that they get super focused when we come to town, and that's okay. We look forward to the challenge. They've got some great players, a really well coached team.
Just given how much y'all had to tap into the bench on defense, particularly, how pleased were you that they didn't get a goal besides the PK and just the job Mason did in goal tonight?
Mason did great. She is a super shot stopper. She reads the game really well. I was pleased with that. We were a little impatient with our play coming out of the back line, and that's something that just your adrenaline gets going and you kind of get amped up a little bit and got to be able to calm down just a little bit. But sometimes you have to go through those experiences to learn it. And but I was pleased because I think Tim Strader's done a wonderful job with our defensive units and the way that everyone defends on this team. So that's why we're able to go with kind of a next woman up mentality.
What was just going through your mind as you were stepping up right here to take that shot?
I mean, I've just been practicing all week, waiting for this moment to come, and I just felt really confident today. To step up and take it and get my first Aggie goal really meant a lot.
You guys are in kind of these must-win situations. Just what was the feeling, after Missouri had tied the match, and just did y'all have a sense of relief once you got the lead back again?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we started off the game really good, and then going into half, obviously, it was a really unfortunate PK. So I think the team's energy coming out and stepping up and coming back to take the lead was a big step for us.
How did you as a player contribute, or what more could have contributed to that game if there was anything that you could do more within that?
I think just throughout the first half especially, continue the energy we started with. I feel like towards the end of the half, we kind of let them start pressing us. So I think just keeping the energy throughout the game and just keep stepping on the gas. Yeah.
Coach said this was like a must-win scenario for you guys. So as you guys come out on top, how do you feel personally?
I mean, I think it just gives us a lot of momentum going into Sunday, going to South Carolina, which is one of the best teams in the country. So getting this win and finally getting 2 goals in a game, I think this is a big step for us.
Is all the win that is needed to keep up the momentum, or is there something more within that?
I think just the energy we bring to training. We've been talking about it all week, having training be loud and intense. So I think keeping that up, and then we'll be good. And obviously this win helps a lot too.
Kind of talk about the game ahead. South Carolina, Coach Guerrieri talked about it's the most attended place in the SEC. What do y'all's mindset heading into that game?
I think for most of us, we've never been to South Carolina, but we're really excited. I think we do really good in front of big crowds, and I think it's a big opportunity for us to come out on top.
How do you feel I know you guys have kind of been a little bit injury plagued. So with a lot of people stepping up, how do you feel? How does the team feel going into these must-win scenarios?
Yeah, I think the mindset is just doing it for those who can't. I mean, it's just so unfortunate to see all our players go down. So I think just doing it for them and finishing it off strong for them to make them proud is the biggest thing.
Kind of talk about the first goal of the game, scored by you. How did that feel, especially it was in the 3rd minute of it?
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome to get one up in there in the first 5 minutes. It was definitely a team effort, starting from the goalkeeper to defense to midfield, then to forward. It was nice getting one up there early.
Yeah, G had mentioned on Monday how he wanted to see you guys come out early. Just what'd you sense from just maybe the energy that y'all had from the get-go that maybe led to that?
Yeah, I mean, with 3 games left in this season, we know how to turn it around, and so we just stepped it up. Energy went high, momentum, and yeah, brought it to the field today.
Do you think the whole team built off of your goal, just saying if we got a goal, then we'll move forward within that and bring in that second goal?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like early goals definitely impact the whole game, so bringing one in there early definitely brought some momentum and a chance to win.
It's pretty tight there after Missouri tied the game. Just how much relief maybe did y'all have once Bella was able to make the PK, and just the way y'all were maybe able to close that game out?
Definitely some relief that we were up 2-1, but we knew the game wasn't finished yet, so we definitely pushed strong and fought our hearts out.
Was there something that you were thinking of within the first half that you were like, I have to get this in the second half, and my team has to get this in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was just sticking to the game plan, everything we'd done in practice. Everyone had important roles, and in order to succeed, we had to succeed with our roles.
I see you got Believe written on your arm. Is that,
yes.
What's up with that, if you don't mind sharing?
So a group of us, we get together and we have Hebrews 12:11. We all came up with a verse from the Bible, and so we all also came up with one word to stick around the whole season. So my word is believe.
How do you feel like you've seen, obviously with your faith and then on the field too,
Yeah.
this team be able to believe and still be fighting at this point of the year?
Yeah, definitely. We all have individual words, but I feel like I've stuck to mine, and it really encourages me looking back on it and looking here. Definitely looking back and seeing this encourages me throughout the game.
How do you all think, you personally has performed in this game, and then how do you think you can improve in the following games?
I think we performed pretty well this game. There's still definitely a lot of things to improve on, so we got to get ready tomorrow at practice and kick it off and go beat South Carolina.
Just knowing the situation y'all are in, just what do you feel like is the biggest key to being able to maintain this and have a shot at getting to the postseason?
I definitely think it's mindset. Mindset is key, effort, and passion. Those things, obviously a lot more, but those are 3 things we're focusing on right now, and I think we focused on it this game, which led us to a win.
What more could be said from passion that could help fuel, or could you go in deeper with what you're saying as to passion?
Passion falls under lots of categories between effort, focus, being resilient. We all are passionate, so we're very focusing on the game to succeed.